All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another edition of the Rock and Roll Geezer Show. I'm your host, Murph, and I got another crazy cool show full of crazy cool news tonight. Boy, we got, of course, our main man, Roger Waters. He's never too far from the news, as is, of course, Motley Crue. A little update on Metallica, naughty boys, and Slipknot entering our universe, and so much more in this episode of the Rock and Roll Geezer Show. But I can't do it alone, so I got my co-host here, the man who came from the middle of Tobacco Road, and that would be my co-host Doc Fox. What's shaking, Doc?
It's a fine place down there.
You
Yes,
betcha.
yes. Oh man, what a great week for rock and roll, man. So much to talk about. Just always, I don't know. It's a good week, man. Just in a good mood to talk about rock today, man. So,
Yeah.
thanks for everybody stopping by, man. It means the world to us. We know there's a lot of stuff going on, so appreciate you taking the time to catch up with us in our humble show. If you haven't subscribed, this is the first time you're coming across us. This is what we do every Monday. We talk about the rock and roll news from the past week and, have a good time with it. So if you could please subscribe, hit that button. That would mean the world to us. And just let us know you're out there. Let's comment on couple stories if you'd like, hit the like button, all that good stuff that feeds us into the YouTube algorithm machine, whatever. I don't know how that stuff works, but I know the more buttons you push, the better it is for us. So
True that. Yeah.
yeah. So man, we have a couple updates on some ongoing stories. So yeah, let's get into that stuff, Murph.
Well, right out of the gate, Roger Waters, he's constantly in the news now, and
Roger always in hot waters.
Oh, there you go. And you shot that by me the other day, and I missed it. It was it was great.
Yeah, that's our new nickname for him. Roger always in hot waters.
Always in hot waters, and he kicked off his the UK leg of his tour, and he's been taking some crap, obviously, from Germany. Didn't turn out as pleasant as he was hoping, and he's back in UK now, but he's still he just still creating controversy by his statements, and he's complaining, he's telling people who don't like him very much that well, let me just say the quote here. He says, they're trying to cancel me like they canceled Jeremy Corbyn and Julian Assange. I will not be canceled. If you're one of those, quote, I love Pink Floyd, but I can't stand Roger's political people, then you might do well to fuck off to the bar. And that basically falls in line with his last two tours ago, when before he even come on stage, there was a big announcement or something. If you don't like my political views or whatever, go to the fucking bar. So that, this is right up Rogers' alley, I believe. Jeez, crazy.
I don't know, man. I liked our rock stars better before social media. I mean, it's kind of cool, keeping in contact with them and stuff, but they were so much more dignified when they just allowed their art to speak for them, and they didn't, fall into this, being trolled and these hecklers online and feeling like they have to respond to, because they don't. He didn't need to make that statement. What's to be gained from that? Because some guy got under his skin and he had to shoot back at him. If you don't like it, then fuck,
Yeah, so, well, if I may go, let me. I see this here. He took all the crap from his Germany gigs and whatnot, but he come back and explained himself. And the paragraph is as follows. He says, "My recent performance in Berlin has attracted bad faith attacks from those who want to smear me because they disagree with my political views and moral principles. The elements of my performance that have been questioned are quite clearly a statement in opposition of fascism, injustice, and bigotry in all its forms." But then he says anti-Semitic stuff, and it's like, well, wait, you can't ride both sides of the fence, man. You just can't do it.
See, that's the thing. If you make a statement on that one side, then anything you make on the other is kind of, tainted by that. It's kind of, so yeah, he's kind of made his bed and he's kind of trying to get somebody else to lie in it. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh man, yeah, just lay down on that my pillow. Gosh, oh man. Well, yeah, he's always been controversial from since forever, and I really find
I mean,
Pink
he's an
Floyd,
artist, no doubt, man. I mean, he's an artist. Yeah.
top of his game, and I enjoy the really early Pink Floyd videos. They're on YouTube. What is it? Arnold Lane, and there's one other. I can't remember the name of it, but it's just those early quirky English dudes. They were just so
Sid
wacky,
days,
so cool, and you can sort of see how Roger, you can just sort of see his schmarmy attitude back then, even,
right.
just sort of, better, it just sort of all jives now when you see what he is now and you look at those early videos. Yeah, man, it's pretty crap. I can't remember what the other one. There was Arnold Lane and there was another great one.
See Emily Play or something.
See Emily Play. Thank you. Doc Vox, legend. Yes, see Emily Play. That's great. Those are great early videos. Check them out on YouTube if you can. If I remember, I'll try to post them on our page. But yeah, they're really cool. But man, he's all over the place. And of course, we won't hear the last of him because he won't allow that. So
right.
Good luck, Roger. Good luck, my man. Jiminy Creepers. Oh, and of course, what's a Rock and Roll Geezer show without, of course, our buddies Motley Crue? Wow, Jiminy Creepers. But this is interesting. I find this sort of interesting how they are attempting to push everything basically under the carpet. They don't want anything to go to court.
Right.
Is what is basically happening here. They want to get an outside arbitrator.
The band
wants an outside arbitrator. Because boy, I wonder what would be coming out if they was to take this.
And quite honestly, I mean, my limited knowledge of what's going on in the legal system, but it seems like arbitration would probably be a good place for this to be. It kind of seems like, I don't know, but yeah, and other stuff's coming out about the personal stuff, and they're saying, physical claims of physical violence and substance abuse, and wow. Shocking, really. Motley Crue, wow. Who would have thought? And they're saying it's all just purposes of character assassination, and just irrelevant to the case, and those kind of things. But
you're right though. It should definitely just take it off the media, boys. Go behind the scenes and just try and iron shit out so we can stop the circus on this, because it just seems very unnecessary. Boy, I don't know what side to take on it. Does Mick deserve 25% of the concert income or whatever? No, because he's not gigging. But I'm sure there's a bunch of shit under the rug that we're not really seeing. But
I'm sure, yeah.
Oh man. But
maybe an arbitrator just kind of takes all into account, and all this other stuff doesn't have to be brought up. And I don't know.
And Mars
might be the way to go.
Mars's lawyer, the legendary Ed McPherson, has shared the following: "This is yet another attempt by bullies to hide the truth." I'd sort of like to see what that truth is that he's talking about. That'd be pretty cool, I can only imagine. Oh my gosh, geez, like them two dancing gals they've got with them in their tours. Holy shit! Can you imagine?
Think about it. Of all the things that we know about Motley Crue that they openly, let us know about, what is it that they don't want us to know about? Oh my God, I can't imagine, man. Yeah.
Well, apparently there's I've been seeing this here and there where apparently under the stage itself is an area where a lot of weird shit happens. Under the actual stage, I've seen groupies talk about.
Yeah, that. I remember Def Leppard used to have a situation like that or something. He used to talk about.
Oh my gosh, these rock and roll nut jobs. Jeez, you deserve all the crap you get. Jiminy Creepers.
Right.
But there you go with Motley.
You know what? Before we get off of Motley Crue, here's one I want to bring up. I don't know if you saw this. But
Okay.
this past week they did a gig in Finland, and good old Hanoi Rocks frontman Michael Monroe decided to pay him a visit.
Yeah.
And so they all kind of felt, because if you remember,
Please, yeah, yeah. Go deep, Doc. Go on.
Vince killed his drummer. Basically, his drummer Razzle back. Oh God, what was it, mid '80s, '86 ish, something in there. I'm not exactly sure, '85 maybe. But drunken, run to the liquor store, crashed the car and killed Razzle. And this is the first time that they've spoken since then. So it was kind of I'm sure a relief to the band, and especially Vince, that to kind of
Well,
get Michael Monroe to kind of come up. But
time heals all wounds, and I'll tell you, wow, he looks like, I don't know. He looks like, boy.
Oh, Michael Monroe.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure. He's a sight, man. I know.
He is. Oh my. I don't know. Geez. What does he look like? I don't know. It's bizarre. I thought it was a chick at first, an old chick.
Yes.
With the dark eyelashes and whatnot, and the dark makeup, and but more power to him. Geez, the '80s, them guys were out of their minds. The California guys, LA guys, the bands, they were out of their fucking minds. I'm not surprised somebody died.
Hanoi Rocks, I got some Hanoi Rocks in there.
You really?
But oh yeah. And they were early, very early. They kind of influenced the scene and the wearing of the clothes. He was the first guy to wear those kind of clothes and kind of wear the cop hat. You always see him wearing all that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
They kind of befriended Motley Crue and had a night of partying and ended up killing his drummer. So
that's a bummer.
Anyway, I thought I'd bring that one up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. Good deal. Yeah. Here we go. Moving on. I love this story.
I do too.
Our boys in Metallica. Holy cow. They played the Download Festival. And holy cow, this is great. They got noise complaints from locals 15 miles away.
I wouldn't. They're not even locals at that point. 15 miles away. Oh my god.
15. Wow. According to the Derbyshire, Derbyshire, who knows what it is? Derbyshire. Metallica's set was heard as far away as 15 miles down the road in West Hallam and resulted in some noise complaints.
All the way to West Hallam? Oh my God.
One complaint read, "Is it really acceptable to be able to hear Download in Spondon, 11 miles away, so loud, and at 10 p.m. on a Thursday evening,
right?
When we have to get up for work at 5 a.m. tomorrow, having already suffered the traffic chaos and mayhem caused by the festival? Perhaps next year's event should be seriously considered for the sake of local residents." Well, shit, if you're 15 miles away and you're hearing it, what the hell? There's nowhere they can go. It ain't going to be loud. Wow, that's crazy. And I'm sure it was the bass, boom, boom. That's insane. Boy,
but they've been having that for a while. That festival's been going. I don't know the history of it, but it's been going on for a while.
And then there's some folks who are digging it because they're saying, the greatest metal band in the world, and you're hearing it for free.
Right?
I really appreciate it. So it's going both ways on that. But
15 miles, that's pretty extreme, man.
Miles, that's way extreme. What the hell's going on here?
There's got to be like nothing in the way. That's got to be like open fields.
I was just gonna say this obviously isn't
the wind
in
blowing that way, and
this ain't in a bowl.
Yeah.
This ain't in a bowl stadium or on a hill going into a hill where the sound is going into a hill like Tinley Park. Yeah. This is insane. This is crazy. 15 miles. Oh. Sad but true, people. Thank you very much on that one.
Like I said, they've been having this festival for a while, and this is the first time I've heard anything like this. So Metallica's, they've obviously cranked it up more than a couple notches, man.
Oh boy!
But
let's mention the cop's final statement. We're not able to help with concerns about noise, but Northwest Leicestershire District Council have provided information around what residents can expect and what to do if you feel you are experiencing unreasonable noise levels. For details, please visit the link, blah, blah, blah.
Put in
So
earplugs. Well, I mean, what else are you gonna do? I mean, quite honestly, I mean,
yeah, Jiminy
close your
Creepers.
windows, whatever. I don't know.
Obviously, yeah, it must be in like an open field or something like Woodstock or something where everything's in the open. There's no barriers.
But it's got to be
If you're
open
going
for like
15
miles and
miles,
miles and
yeah,
miles, man. I mean,
15 miles, goodness, give me a break, man. That's crazy. So good for Metallica, man. Way to go, guys. You're hang. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. What do we got here? The boys in Slipknot finally have entered our universe in a couple of different ways.
yeah, there are a couple things going on there.
Man, they've been going on a long time. They've been rocking a long time, and finally, some people are making some changes. First of all, and I got no complaints about this, is clown the Slipknot clown Sean Crahan. He is sitting out the upcoming tour only because he's got an ailing wife. They don't really specify much more than that. But we all remember the John Lydon story. So yeah, if you gotta go home and take care of your wife, that obviously that's doing the right thing.
And Steve Morse from Deep Purple too. Remember Steve Morse?
Right, yeah. So it's getting to the point. Yeah, people at our age range are starting to get sick and stuff, and that's and they're smart asses, on the comments online saying, oh, well, that's really going to change their sound and blah, blah, blah. Have some respect, dumbass. Have some freaking respect.
People online have no respect. They're
oh, jeez.
That's the dregs of society, man. Just
yeah, you got that right. And what a shame. But he's sitting out, and I'm sure with everyone's blessing, for Christ's sake, you've got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, it says an undetermined amount of shows, so it's kind of an open door whenever he feels,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Maybe
I'm sure
it'll be a popping in and out thing, or if he'll just be back for good when she's, I don't know what the situation will call for.
Yeah.
But it's good. That's priorities in order, man.
Sean made the statement. Hello to all our fans. It's the clown. I would like to take a moment to tell everyone that I'm back home supporting my wife through some health issues, and I'll be back on tour as soon as I can. We've been through this before, and as always, we appreciate the love and support. We'll see you all very soon. Thank you, clown. Cool. Take care of it, brother. Just take care of business. So good for him. And at the same time, this is sort of interesting. They parted ways with their keyboardist Craig Jones, and he's the one. If you've seen him, he's a Pinhead. If you remember the movie Hellraiser, Pinhead, he had all the pins out of his head. Yeah. And this is the keyboardist with the pins coming out of his head. And they had parted ways with him, and they really haven't said much about why, but they just basically, they were parting ways, and we wish him the best, and that's about it. So I don't know if it was amicable or what. And I imagine it could be after however many decades he's been doing it, he just wore out, or could be tired of. God, I can only imagine. It's hard enough getting up there and playing on a stage, but then when you're wearing masks and shit and all this GLAR type crap and stuff.
And the thing is, too, honestly, that's always kind of turned me off on them. And then there's been times where I've heard like a Slipknot song, not knowing it was them. That's not too bad. So it's kind of worked. I don't know. I mean, obviously I wouldn't be a true fan anyway, but I don't know, whatever. But
yeah, boy, oh boy, they've been around a while, and I'm not surprised that I remember there, just
he's the second longest tenured member. So
and then they lost their drummer Joey.
Of course,
the original Joey. Jeez.
Joey Jordison,
Joey Jordison, right. And so, changes come and go, but
and now they have Max Weinberg, the East Street Band,
Yes, and who was he? Conan's drummer. Conan's.
He was on Conan late night.
Right, late night with Conan, right?
Of course, with Bruce Springsteen,
yeah, and with Bruce, yeah. So, Slipknot, they're still moving along though, and also, they obviously they've come up with the new mystery member. I got his picture right here. There he is right there. No, I'm just kidding. That's not. That's a picture of a killer clown from outer space. I don't know. Yeah, they posted this picture. I couldn't find it online. My computer, I've been having trouble with my computers all day, so I'm very blessed that we're rolling right now. But yeah, they've got a picture of him. He's just got a dark mask with his eyes coming in his mouth done, and you know, no big whoop. But Slipknot, yeah. I saw him.
That's the mystery guy. Is this good? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I saw him once, and it's a very entertaining show. So,
oh, no doubt,
I know they got rid of one of their drummer guys, and they replaced him with a guy. I think it was called Tamale Head or something like that. It's just very bizarre.
That's who I would want to be if I were in Slipknot. I'd want to be Tamale Head.
Or was it Taco Head or something like that? Yeah.
Either way.
His mask looked like a tamale. So, yeah, very cool. But that's a good time. Sadly, they ain't coming around our neck of the woods, I don't think, this summer. So that's a bummer. They'd be fun to see. But, we got Guar. We always got Guar. So we can't go wrong with that, man. We can't go wrong with Guar.
They got the mystery member now. They're saying who it is. And, this could turn into like a Fox show. Like the Masked Singer or whatever. Let's see who the mystery member of Slipknot is this week. Or whatever.
The Masked Singer.
They take off the mask, and it's I don't know.
Yeah,
Harry Connick Jr. or something. I don't know.
The Masked Singer. That is the very worst of Hollywood right there.
Oh, God.
I love programs like that because it's the very worst of the schmaltzy bullshit they throw at us. The quote programming that they think we're going to enjoy. See, I figured out all this crap. I don't fall for any of that crap. You got to figure that shit out. What's important and what's not. Basically, all the news programs, all of them are crap. So, needless to say. Yeah. We
I didn't mean to set you off on a.
Oh, no good. Hey, here is one very cool. Wow, Gene Simmons. Good old Gene. We love him so much. Gene. He's our boy, Gene. There he is, right there,
our favorite asshole,
pointing at us in disgust. Yeah. Gene, leave us be. Anyway, yeah, Gene Simmons. He went over to England. To bloody England, and he went to Parliament. He attended Parliament to call for the restoration of Stormont, and that's Gene Simmons of all the people. I would almost have insisted if I was over there in England. I said, Gene, you have to wear your costume when you go into the Parliament. You have to be in costume. Put on your heels and the makeup. Come in with the freaking, the demon, whatever. Yeah. Throw spit some blood on some of the birds, because there's some birds in there.
Oh.
That's what they call babes over there in England. They call them birds.
Birds, yeah.
That's excellent. God bless you. God bless you, you limeys. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, Gene. Here we go. It reads as follows: social media users have reacted in surprise to the bizarre news that Kiss icon Gene Simmons attended Parliament calling for the restoration of power sharing in Northern Ireland. As the BBC reports, Simmons appeared to argue that Stormont, the Northern Ireland Assembly, must be restored to look after people's needs, and that he hopes, quote, everything gets back in order in Northern Ireland and the people's business should be done by their elected officials, unquote. Oh, okay. The frontman was visiting Parliament as a guest of the Democratic Unionist Party MP, Ian Paisley. Hello, Ian Paisley.
That's a good British name right there.
True that. I wonder if he lives in Morganshire or something. Yeah, one of our crew happened, I guess, to know him, or they discussed something. And I guess he was a big fan, Simmons told the BBC, revealing that the band's private jet was struggling to find a place to land in the UK for their tour before Paisley stepped in. How about that? They couldn't even land their doggone jet until give Ian Paisley a call from the. Or no, wait, they wouldn't have been saying that on the jet. They would have said, "Hey, give Ian Paisley a call." So the MP called and asked for a favor. And all of a sudden, our private jet was the only one that was allowed to land near London. And so it was we landed, he continued. I had known about his father, of course, legendary Ian Sr., and what he did for Ireland. So I don't know. Gene's sort of hooked into Ireland somehow. Is he? He's not Ireland. He's
born in Israel. Yeah,
Israel. Yeah. So, I don't know. He sort of grabbed onto this cause.
Who would ever thought? Yeah, Gene Simmons, like you said, I didn't think of that. Yeah, show up in the costume. That'd been the best thing. But you know what though? Thank God, finally, in these highly divisive and complicated times, someone has had the wisdom to turn to Gene Simmons and Gene, tell us what to do. Make sense of this for us, Gene.
Man, yes, you were a man of many tongues. Tell us what to say. Tell us what to do.
Gosh.
Oh my, that's cool though. Wow.
That's the oddest thing.
Of all the things to do. Well, and Mr. Paisley, he described Simmons as a, quote, real knowledgeable guy about the history of Parliament with a, quote, genuine interest both in the history and the theology behind all this stuff. And then he continued, it's great to have him here. An honor to have guests here. And it's great when they're passionate and interested and they can tell the world about the importance of this building and democracy and what it means for people here. Good riddance. Wow. Yeah. He needed to be in costume.
Hey, if Dennis Rodman can go over into Korea and be a diplomat, why not, man?
And Twitter exploded, of course, but one guy, I appeared to have dropped acid in the middle of the night. Wow. And then another called it a serious glitch in the matrix. So Twitter was sort of freaked out about it, but wow, of all the people to push for the cause, which I'm sure nobody knows about, the power sharing in Northern Ireland. Wow. But Gene Simmons, man, he's got no time for that crap.
Gene is all wise and
get
knows
it
all,
done. Get it done, doggone
turn to the right guy, man.
Wow. Oh, here we go. Here's a comment from someone, a reaction, if you will. See that? Oh, and that drives me everything on TV. What's your reaction to that? What's your reaction? Everything's a reaction. Shut up the reaction crap. But after KISS star Gene Simmons called for restoration of power sharing in Northern Ireland, Stormont says no decision will be made until they've consulted with Rob Halford and the drummer from Saxon.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Let's get the other rock stars in here. KISS bassist Gene Simmons speaks of legendary Ian Paisley and what he did for Ireland. Serious glitch in the matrix. So yeah, this is really stirring the crap up over there. But does Gene have the time? Aren't they on tour right now? They must have been over there touring or something.
Gene
he just dropped into Parliament to give
boundless
him some
energy. Yeah, he's just
Oh, I'd love to go to Parliament. There was a station. I don't know where. I don't think I have it on my.
And this is not the George Clinton Funkadelic Parliament. This is like. Over in England, yeah.
Boom. But I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay, Shell. But okay. Here we go. Gene Simmons, man, party on, Gene. We would love it. Here's a real interesting story. Oh boy. Psychologists say that people that listen to heavy metal think more logically and are less stressed than others who don't. And does that sort of buck the what they think about all these insane heavy metal people,
Yeah.
And here's a psychologist, and she's a babe too. She's a bird, dude. Yeah, she's a bird. Yeah. What's her name here? Nicole Andrioli. Yeah, PhD. Oh, I'd love her to come over here and psychoanalyze me. That'd be great. God, when she'd go, she'd have PTSD for the rest of her life. It'd be horrifying. Gosh almighty. But yeah, and I understand how she comes to the conclusion that she does. yeah, these people are getting their aggressions out there out on mosh pit and whatnot, and the music, and I'm just not surprised at all. Boy, oh boy. Well, here we go. Let me see. She explains not only does listening to metal make us more relaxed, but it also makes us more logical thinkers. Thank you, doctor. It's about time somebody realizes that. You know, I'm not surprised. Yeah, because you got to think.
Did you list any bands specifically?
No, she hasn't. No bands really. But yeah.
I gotta think Megadeth, man. You listen to Dave Mustaine.
Oh, we love
become a much more logical thinker, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, the music is complex. A lot of it's complex, and it requires you to listen to really, to take it all in. Whereas, it ain't just a do 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 do, a kickback country song or something. Yeah, there's complexity in this, and if you really enjoy it, you're gonna be required to have to engage your brain pretty heavily into the music itself. So boy, she's a bird. Did I say that yet? Yeah, she's a bird. Yeah. But it's fair to say
she wasn't so much with the lyrics, but more just the music itself.
Yeah,
she was speaking to. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I've told you this before. I'm never a lyrics. I'm always a music guy. That's why I'm a big fan of Meshuggah, because all the guy does is scream all night long, but the music. But
since you bring that up, I was recently listening to Eddie Trunk, and he had Wolfgang Van Halen and Miles Kennedy.
Okay,
they were on
legendary.
And they were just they're just talking, shooting the shit, and they're bringing up bands that they like or whatever. And I think it was Miles, might have been Wolfgang, but one of them brought up Meshuggah.
You're darn right, man.
And Eddie Trunk brought up that like only musicians seem to like Meshuggah, but it's like all musicians like them, like all hard rock musicians like love Meshuggah, but like it's like if you're not a musician, you don't.
They're on another level. Yeah, yeah. They really are. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're on a whole different level. And they've got the screamer, like I say. I don't understand a word he says, although when you read the lyrics, they're insane.
Yeah, their music, the Cookie Monster vocals, don't do it for me, man. That's always turned me off.
Well, see, I would say just look at it as a fuzz instrument at that point. Don't even consider it a vocalist, just another instrument on the stage. Because the music itself, like you say, musicians, they understand. Oh, this stuff's on another freaking level. But yeah. So that is crazy. But metal is, and I don't think Meshuggah's they're doing an extensive tour over in Europe, so I don't think they're going to be making it here. And even when they do make it in our neck of the woods, it's always in that damn club where it's standing room only, which takes me out of the picture right there, because I can't stand for more than 10 minutes or so.
Okay, I can't think of the name of the place. Yeah, in Chicago, in the city.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. A lot
I know what you're talking about.
On it. But anyway, so that was Meshuggah. Yeah. So heavy metal people, listen to more metal. That's the I would go to the first thing I would do is go to Meshuggah, go online and listen to By the Ton. Listen to that one. That'll blow your mind. Oh, wow. So let's move on. Oh, this is great. This is, geez, we thought Sharon was problematic, dude. We thought Sharon was problematic with Ozzy. Well, it's all sorts of wives involved. Geezer and Ozzy no longer speak, which I consider to be horrifying. I can't believe that.
Yeah, that's not right. Yeah.
That's just not right at all. Geezer and Ozzy?
The earth off its axis.
Are you kidding me?
Something's wrong there. Yeah.
Jeez. No, but let's just read the article from Loudwire. Geezer and Ozzy no longer speak to each other. According to a recent interview with Butler, the heavy metal guitar icon who played with Ozzy in Black Sabbath. Butler also says as much in his new memoir, Into the Void, which I got to get that. That's bound to be good reading there.
Oh, absolutely.
And it came out this week. Black Sabbath, the English heavy metal band that defined the genre for a generation, Did it banned in 2017. Blah 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 blah. Let's move on. Talking to UCR on June 6th, Butler explained that he and Sabbath guitarist Tony Iommi do still correspond and continue to, quote, slag each other to death. But he's always there. He's always is. I hope he is after this book. Oh, boy. Geezer must have said some shit there. But then he adds, I still love Sabbath drummer Bill Ward, but he's not on the internet, which, yeah, I never see him. If you want to talk to Bill, you have to email his wife, and she has to tell him. It's really awkward. So I don't, and then Ozzy, I don't speak to at all. He says he and Osbourne are still good, even though they don't talk. We didn't fall out. It was the wives. The wives. Oh, my gosh. Butler and his wife, Gloria Butler, now reside in their adopted. Oh, they reside in Las Vegas. We got to go out and party with him. Osbourne and his wife, they went back to the UK. But what a shame. With over 70 million records sold, Black Sabbath, dubbed by Rolling Stones the Beatles of heavy metal, helped create the genre itself with their distinctive heavy riffs, tuned down guitars, and apocalyptic lyrics. Bassist and primary lyricist Geezer Butler played a gigantic part. Yeah, remember, he was a lot. He wrote some really great lyrics in the band. And he played a gigantic part in the band's renown, from suggesting the band's name to using his fascination with horror, religion, the occult to compose lyrics and build foundation of heavy metal as we know it. And now they don't even get along. Jiminy creepers. What an absolute.
Well, he says not that they don't get along. He says they're fine.
Oh, they're fine. They're wives.
Yeah, he said there's been no falling out. He said they're fine. He says just we're both ruled by our wives. Oh my God, these are heavy metal giants, pioneers,
legend icons,
whipped by their wives, man. I mean, we've always known Sharon's kind of.
Wow, yeah, we talked about that constantly,
and probably for the better. Quite honestly, it's probably a good thing, with Ozzy.
Oh, but yeah, that's right. Yeah, actually, when you think about it, Doc, yeah. Geez, but we've given her shit forever. But quite honestly, if she wasn't there to guide his ass, he'd be done.
He'd been done a long time ago. Yeah. Oh
yeah. Wow. But they're not talking. But what a shame. Bill Ward, yeah, we haven't heard much of him at all. And he
like turn Amish, man. He's like got no internet. Yeah. He's got no.
I don't know. I imagine he made his money. I imagine he's doing very well for himself, and he may just say hell with it. But
sitting in the English countryside somewhere.
And he didn't take part in the last tour because I don't know. He just wasn't in shape or whatever. But it doesn't matter. He was a jazz drummer who just brought great things to heavy metal. It was a perfect drummer for heavy metal. A jazz drummer becomes the greatest heavy metal drummer ever. I mean, it's fabulous. So I hope them, I'm sure it's all good with them. The wives, chill out. Yeah, chill out with the wives there. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens down the road. But I hope they keep their shit together. Oh, yeah. Moving on to the mighty Van Halen. Yeah,
more Van Halen news.
Van Halen, gosh, legendary. Geez, what a really. The rock world is still reeling from Eddie's death. I mean, really, it just wow, just hit like a ton of bricks, and there's still people posting all the time about Eddie.
He probably always will be. I mean, he's just one of those iconic guys that
gosh. But there's talk going on. There's all sorts of talk going around. And first off, who was it? Wolfgang mentioned that, basically, he mentioned that David Lee Roth is basically the only one who has all the rights in the world to do any Van Halen songs, which I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, Wolfie. I don't know on that. Sammy may have something to say about that. I think they had more commercial success with Sammy, didn't they, than with David Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. So you can't let Sammy out of the equation because boy,
And if
most
you remember when we saw Sammy last year, he played a lot. I mean, a
yeah,
lot of his stuff with Van Halen.
and why not? It was great stuff. Great songs. Hey, boy, all yeah.
And the
What a
thing about
great
it, he's the
run.
only one out there doing it. I mean,
And
I
doing
guess
it.
Dave's doing his stuff, I guess, but I don't
Oh,
know.
brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. Does
I
anybody
don't know
really
what
want to see that? But
I don't know what Dave's doing, boy.
so, but yeah, you remember there was even a section in the show where he's got Michael Anthony as his bass player,
Right?
and he let him do some early stuff. He did "Ain't Talking About Love" and oh my gosh, did something else. I
But
can't
yeah,
remember, and I loved it too because it wasn't a common one.
he's
Oh
got
my god!
the
But anyway, yeah, he's
he
got that
got the
section of
great
the show.
voice
So
too. And he's got the
oh
great
yeah,
high voice, so he can sing all that stuff competently. So yeah, Wolfie says but don't leave it all up to Diamond Dave and Alex. We heard a little bit from Alex recently. Boy, he's been so quiet since Eddie's passing.
oh
And
yeah,
a lot of people,
been a recluse. Yeah,
he's been a recluse, and I'm not surprised. Them two been probably playing together forever for since little
oh yeah,
kids, and
yep.
to have half of you ripped apart. What do you do? You just wow. What do you do? But he has spoken up recently. Well, actually, Gary Sharon. Oh boy.
Let's get
What
them
a
all in the mix, man. Let's get
yeah,
everybody
Gary
in there.
Sharon. In a recent appearance on a Radio Rock, Extreme's lead singer Gary Sharon confirms that if people remember, Gary Sharon actually sang on an album for Van Halen. What was the name of the album? Van Halen
Van Halen
2?
3. No,
3?
Van Halen 3. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They spelled 3. Yeah.
Confirmed some unreleased Van Halen songs from his time in the band and said it was up to Alex Van Halen whether to release them or not.
Dude,
Oh,
dude, with everything else going on, do you think we really want to make that a priority? Let's hear the Gary Sharon outtakes, Nobody wanted to hear the stuff the first time around, Why do we no? That's way low on the priority of Van Halen stuff we want to get to is the Gary Sharon stuff.
Yeah. And he had 3 years there, but here's a paragraph from Gary Sharon. I'm going to use the Gary Sharon voice. After the VH3, and then we toured. We went back into the studio and we wrote a bunch of songs. Some of them are just rough demos. Some of them are more finished products. As far as they will ever see the light of day, I don't know. Maybe someday. Alex Van Halen is the boss of that, but you never know. But I can say some of them songs are really good, and I bet you they are really good.
Yeah, but that's just putting
freaking
more
Van
stuff
Halen.
on Alex's plate. It's like, oh yeah, don't forget, you got this Gary Sharon stuff there too. It's like,
And Alex is probably saying, God, that was the worst time of the band's life was with that guy. So
I threw that shit out, man. That's it.
Oh, geez. So, and I'm sure he wants to get, his name back in there because obviously Extreme ain't doing shit. And
well, they are though. They are. They
Extreme.
They just. I don't think they had an album. I think they released a single. I had to look into it, but they got Nuno Betancourt's by the whole. They're doing the whole kind of reunion thing. Yeah, I don't know if they're doing a full blown tour or just kind of popping up something like that. I'd check more into that. But yeah, they're kind of doing a bit of a reunion.
Oh boy. Well, and then Michael Anthony mentioned that the plan. We started a bunch of the reissue stuff with the Sammy Hagar years with all his albums, and the first one that we came out with will be the Right Here, Right Now live album that we did in 1992. A live album. I did not know that. Is that?
Oh yeah, I got that. Yeah,
You do have it. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a movement in there. We're digging back into stuff. There's a lot more stuff at Ed's 5150 studio. Wolfie or Alex will start going through stuff there and see what's there. See what there is. There's a ton of stuff. Yeah, if there's some good.
Wolfie's not going through. Wolfie's got his own stuff going on. He's not.
I hope somebody's going through it though. If there's some good quality Eddie Van Halen stuff.
Well, I guess it does all come down to Alex. It really does. I mean, He's the only one that's going to do it or has the access to do it.
And he's not touring. He's not, he's probably,
Oh, yeah, he's not doing anything. Yeah.
Sitting down watching Forensic Files on TV. I love Forensic Files.
At least he's not making stupid videos like David Lee Roth. Man.
Oh, my gosh. What songs are you going to do next? He just butchered what? Atomic Punk.
Yeah.
So what horrible things are you going to do next? Jeez. Come on, David. Jeez. Oh, here we go. I couldn't wait for this one. Our favorite curmudgeon, John Geezer Melonhead.
Let me just preface this. I don't know if people know he's always been a bit of his nickname is Little Bastard. I don't know if people are aware. If you look on the back of I think even going back to like the Scarecrow album, maybe even before that, produced by Little Bastard. And that's his credit on there. That's what they call him. He's a little bastard. So we learned last week how he was kind of cussing out his audiences and just being that crusty old get off my lawn kind of guy. And now we got this story. So
yeah, gosh, we got to get him a tour in South America. Boy, oh boy, would that be great? My gosh. It'd be about 2 seconds and he'd be hollering at the damn on. God damn it, stop your marching, you fuckers. He likes to use the F word an awful lot. But and this is like you said, he's been a jerk off since he was a youngster. They actually opened up for Kiss. Did you know that? Did you know?
I didn't know that.
I imagine back then he was probably John Cougar. So he opened.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
He opened up for a Kiss, and during here's the article here. During a chat he recently joined with the New York Times, John Mellencamp recalled being expelled from every tour he embarked on as an opening act during his early years in the music scene.
He didn't get along with anybody.
He referring to his constant physical fights at the time. The rocker said, "I punched the goddamn blonde-haired singer of the Cars. I fought him all the time and lost all the time. I got kicked off every tour I was on." And then he also took a jab at Kiss and Gene Simmons. "My band and I were terrible, but we were better than Kiss. I was a young kid, full of energy, and the reviews said, John Cougar blew the place up last night. Gene Simmons would look at me like he wanted to kill me." In his wild early days on the road, Mellencamp got kicked off of tours headlined by Kiss, REO Speedwagon, Rainbow, and others. In a 2003 Q&A with Rolling Stone, he detailed his being dismissed from touring with REO Speedwagon. "With REO Speedwagon, I think I only lasted 3 shows. They had these, quote, ego ramps, those great big ramps going into the audience. The first thing Speedwagon told me was to stay off the ramps, and I said, fuck you, I'm going out." The second night, they lined the ramps with folding chairs, so I kicked them off the stage. The singer's new album, he got a new album, blah, blah, blah. God, what a cocksucker, man. Jeez, what a jerk off. I wouldn't even want him as a neighbor. Jeez, he's probably the son of a bitch, really. He'd complain about the lawn being mowed or something.
Oh,
man.
My God, man.
Wow, what a curmudgeon.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Getting kicked off of an REO Speedwagon tour. That's like, geez.
Punching out he said the blonde singer from the car. I'm guessing
Benjamin Orr. It was Benjamin Orr. How dare you, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
How dare you even look at Benjamin Orr. God,
and if he's opening up for Kiss, okay.
What the hell's
that's got to be, how early did he start? I'm guessing like 78, 79 at the earliest. Maybe even
I
80.
would think so. Yeah, 70.
Probably like on Dynasty, probably like 80, like on a Dynasty.
Oh yeah, and he blew them away with all their flashes and their hard rocking, the great backbeat on their songs and shit, and the ass kicking. Oh yeah, John Cougar came on. All right, everybody, I don't care about the main group, Kiss. I'm here. I'm gonna play some music. Blow it on the tracks. Hey, John Cougar, shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, I'm sure John. I'm sure Cougs, the Coogster. I'm
Yeah, I
sure.
don't think anybody that went to go see Kiss in 1980 was thinking, "Yeah, man, John Cougar, this guy blew him away." No, not
No.
one soul in that audience thought that, man.
Oh man. Okay. Good riddance with John Cougar. I'm sure John Geezer Mellencamp. I'm sure we'll hear
Oh
more of him.
God, I hope so.
Here's a sad story, and you seem to be more hip to this dude than I am.
Oh yeah,
The vocalist for Social Distortion, Mike Ness, has been diagnosed with tonsil cancer.
yeah.
Tonsil cancer. Oh, jeez. So obviously that they postponed their North America headlining tour. Oh, jeez. It's only stage one, thankfully.
Right.
That's a good sign there.
Yeah.
You know, they may be able to, I'm sure they'll be able to, stage one. Yeah. Yeah. In this day and age with modern medicine, yours truly being a recipient of modern medicine. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure after recovery, he's going to be back out and kicking, but I really don't know too much about him, quite
Oh, I
honestly.
love Mike Ness. I love this guy is rock and roll to the bone, man. I just love this guy. Saw them. I was up pretty close. I was like three deep off the rail for him. A great show. Yeah, just the energy. He's like full, just like I said, just rock and roll to the core, man. Just love him. I don't have everything they've done, but just pretty much. I got
Oh,
all this all
wow.
social distortion, man. Love me some social distortion. And Mike Ness, that's his band. I mean, he's the only constant through it. He's it's like kind of Robert Smith with the Cure kind of thing. But he's got a really distinctive kind of way of singing, and I'm wondering if that didn't lead to the problems he's having
Ah,
with the tonsils.
it
That
could be.
just having that strain. They've been around since mid '80s, and 40 years almost
Wow.
of singing that way. He's got a I don't know. Be interesting. I don't know. Just speculating. I'm not a
Yeah.
real doctor, but
Yeah. Well, he did make he made a statement. In the midst of pre-production, I was diagnosed with stage one tonsil cancer. Tonsil cancer. Ugh. I was feeling well enough to continue with recording in the studio up until the very day before surgery. The band and I were so inspired and excited to lay down these tracks, which, by the way, sound effing awesome. So, the recovery from surgery is a day-to-day process, I'm sure. And in 3 weeks, they're going to start radiation, and that should be the last therapy he needs because thankfully it's only stage one. So, hang in there, man. Geez, modern medicine is just It's just amazing, and sucks that he
yeah.
has
If
to.
anybody out there ever get a chance to see them, I highly recommend it. I can't imagine tickets would be that expensive to see them, but well worth every penny, man. Love them. Love
Yeah,
them.
it breaks his heart. I'm sure they hate to have postpone the tour, but you got to do what you got to do. They got an album out now, so if you nothing else, you can support their album. So, wow, good luck to him, man. Good luck to him. Freaking A, that just blows. Cancer blows, man. Speaking of people that blow, Garth Brooks.
There we go.
Garth Brooks. It's funny, Doc, if I may. I was trying to get a picture of Chris Gaines, and the internet would not allow me to download one. It kept fucking up my computer. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I downloaded all the other. I got the Anna and Mary here. I got all these different good, cool pictures and shots and whatnot. It would not let me download Chris Gaines. So there you go,
Well, we're
and
probably all
that's
better
probably a
off
good.
for it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, yes. The headline: Garth Brooks announces there will be 5 new Chris Gaines albums, and he says, "I want to do it for me." Yeah, I would hope so because you sure ain't doing it for us, you jerk off.
No, nobody else is
Oh
wanting it.
my
No,
God, I don't believe this.
I don't think anybody else is asking for the Chris Gaines album. So, yeah, apparently he was speaking to Billboard, one of the reporters from Billboard magazine at the CMAs, and asked him about Chris Gaines. Hey, any more Chris Gaines stuff? And he says, yeah, we're gonna do another album. We're gonna do 5 more albums. So, if you don't know, the Chris Gaines thing came out in '99. It was called The Life of Chris Gaines, and it's his what, alter ego, I guess, of
Yeah, yeah. Right,
some
right.
sex addicted emo pop star or something. I don't know. And the
Ugh.
album didn't sell badly. It went double platinum. I mean, I guess people were curious enough to buy 2 million copies of it. But yeah, but I guess the premise of it was, Chris Gaines has been around. It was like that was like a best of album, and it pulled from 5 previous albums. So now he has to go and do those 5 previous. I guess it's kind of like where Star Wars started at episode 4 or whatever. Now they're going back. You got to do the previous
The
5 albums.
prequels, yes, the
Yeah,
prequels.
exactly. Yeah, doing the prequel album. There you go. And not anything I would hold your breath on if you're a Chris Gaines fan, but sounds like something you want to do. I guess at the time, man, they had planned doing a movie. They did a fake remember the VH1 Behind the Musics were big at the time, and they did a fake one on him. And
they did a fake one on the Simpsons too, though. So
yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying they put the media blitz on this, and there was even a movie planned. There was a movie in the works, and I guess once they saw it wasn't being received very well, they kind of pulled the plug on that. But
well, good for them. That's good.
Yeah, I guess because we were possibly going to be subjected to much more of that.
Geez,
and now it's coming down the pike now. So whatever,
Oh boy. Well, we'll try to avoid it at all costs, but nonetheless, here's something we ain't gonna avoid, and that's
what though? Wouldn't that be great if it was awesome? Wouldn't that be something if he just put out like the best rock and roll that's come out in the last 25 years, man?
Let's see what happens. Okay, we call you out there, Chris Gaines, or whatever the fuck your name is. Let's show us or shut up. Put up or shut up. That's the way you go. Oh, here we go. And Nancy Wilson, the Hart sisters. They're actually, they seem to have been at each other's, well, maybe not throats, but
they've been at odds. Yeah,
they've been at odds. Yes, I could say for previous years, but apparently, time heals all wounds, and they're getting their ass back in there and starting to put some music together, and I think that's a good thing. I bet they've got a whole bunch of experience from, I'm sure they're gonna, if they work together, they're gonna come out with some more good stuff. I mean, look what they put out previously. So, man.
Yeah, Nancy's touring right now with Nancy Wilson's Heart. That's what it's billed as. And she's got other projects going on and stuff. She's always, still being creative. And she's 69 years old now. And God, man, it's hard to believe. But she says she's going to do some work with her sisters. Not necessarily going to be a full blown Heart album or reunion or whatever. But like I said, it's good to see them
put some
back working together. And
put some music out there. Jiminy creepers.
We see a lot of siblings at each other's throats, and it's good to when we can see a couple of them get back together. So
you got that right, dog.
Especially sisters. Come on,
man.
Leave that to the guys.
Oh yeah. Having played in a classic rock band with a female singer, I've played a few of their songs. So they're very cool, very popular, and there are babes out there doing their thing, groundbreakers.
And just, and just one of the best voices ever. And remember, Nancy had her hit, she's no slouch either. So,
I'm glad to see him, get back together, put some music out, and see what happens. If nothing else, because everybody's getting older, and folks are running out of time.
Yeah, life is too
to get
short,
the proper things done. We're seeing that more and more. So many musicians either having to cancel tours or go under the knife, or a lot. We're very fortunate to still have a lot of these folks with us. So we'll be seeing some of them on our summer tour. What do we got
absolutely
next Saturday? Next show we'll be doing a concert review. Finally, we're going to the Three Doors Down, and we'll see how that goes, man. That'll be great. Saturday.
Yeah, we got Three Doors Down. I guess they're doing the 30th anniversary of, I can't remember the name of the album now, but they'll probably doing the whole album. And then we got Candlebox will be opening up for them.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good old rocking show, man.
Might not be too bad.
Yeah, it'll be good. Good to get out there on the lawn, party with the people. Yeah. So freaking A, there you go, folks. Well, thanks for joining us, man. It's been a great one. Man, summer's coming up. The concert season's gonna be kicking in, and I can't wait. So, Doc, thanks for joining me again, man. And how about you just take this puppy home, eh?
Yeah, good show this week, man. Just a lot of good fun stuff. So if you enjoyed the show, please tell a friend, tell lots of friends. And I know there's lots of going on right now, and we really appreciate you taking the time to watch us. But yeah, you usually got an hour to kill somewhere along the time during the week, and really glad to have you check us out. So hope you will next week. Please join us. Until then, have a rock and roll filled week. We will talk to you then.